Are you sure you weren't there?
Oh, I'm sure of it. You're deeply skeptical. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, are all lawyers always like this?
Most certainly. They always try to pin crimes on innocent witnesses without any proof whatsoever. They are no better than bacteria or viruses.
She means he's contagious. He's gonna give me lawyeritis.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
Oh, that was a close one. Almost put me there at the scene of the crime when I wasn't even there.
Hold it!
You just said your memory was fuzzy.
Sure did. What's the big deal?
I'll tell you what, your testimony isn't credible if your memory of the events is fuzzy.
Oh, no worries there. My memory may be fuzzy, but I'm very clear on one thing.
Here we go again.
If you ask me whether or not I remember what I did that night, I'd say so.
In short, you're confident your testimony is true. Is that correct, Mr. Imus?
Exactly. As you don't get to be judged for nothing. In closing, I can clearly see that I was totally not there.
Hold it!
I wonder if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum. If you have something to say, just say it. Couldn't there have been another way to get there, a way that wouldn't attract attention?
No, there isn't.
Which means there is. Perhaps the defense would share its theory with us. I don't even have a wild guess, let alone a theory. Time to reach into my bag of bluffs. To reach the inner sanctum without attracting any attention, he came from the sky. Maybe you fell from the sky.
The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now.
I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it. Mr. Jimenez could have parachuted down. We already know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say. Now that you've been backed into a corner, your delusions grow even more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff, over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep and a skydiver would soon find themselves in the twilight realm.
Yeah, I don't care for how still the wind was, even if I couldn't have made the jump.
Wait, what's this building on top of the sacred mountain? That is Royal Penitentiary number 4. Oh right, Princess Raver mentioned there was a prison up there. How'd you get your prisoners up there anyway? By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He's the only one who can approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum. Might I also add, defense, that no parachute or any equipment necessary for skydiving has been found.
You saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I may be an incredible dude, but even I'm not capable of that.
Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Remus.
Hold it!
wouldn't need to flap your arms if you had some gear. As I have already stated, nothing of the sort was found in or around the scene of the crime.
Ha ha! I should like to see that so-called gear you're talking about.
I know. Was there really nothing like that at the inner sanctum? What if there was something that could have been used as a parachute?
You continue to claim that the witness was at the inner sanctum, yet said claim remains but a claim without supporting evidence, Mr. Wright.
Yes, I realise that, Your Majesty. If I can't find any inconsistencies, I can always try to elicit some more testimony.
Hold it!
Now hold on, lawyers aren't scary.
But you're saying I was at the inner sanctum when I wasn't. Anyone to try to frame an innocent man like that scary in my book?
Lawyers are scary. Lawyers are scary. It's a setup. It's a setup. I'm not trying to set anyone up. I'm going to provide evidence and explain exactly how it was done. The gallery speaks true. They know the depth of the lawyer's sin and the poverty of his virtue. There may be some bad apples, but we aren't all like that, you know. Don't worry, Nick. I'll still root for you, no matter how morally bankrupt you become. Thanks a bunch, Maya.
Ha ha ha!
Mr. Innes wasn't at the inner sanctum. More precisely, couldn't get there. I don't see a way out of this. You know, these kinds of debates only get worse if you argue them the wrong way. I have to pry some conclusive testimony out of him and present some evidence. Like when you're trying to catch frogs from a pond. Once you've got a grip on one, you better hold tight. Right, something like that. This is where you come in.
Objection!
Mr. Immus is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear.
Well now, finally come around, have you? Now you see I couldn't have possibly been there at the inner sanctum.
Right. If you didn't have any gear, that is.
What on earth are you talking about?
The earth reaction's a dead giveaway. I'm right on track. Take a look at this piece of evidence.
Those are prayer flags, are they not?
Yes, but they've been sewn together to create one big banner. A banner that could also function like a parachute. Polkumka. The people of Karine are so used to seeing prayer flags, the police didn't even think twice about these flags during their investigation. No, this cannot be. The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Immus?
There's no way out, I'm surrounded.
Mr. Immus.
All this talk's jogged my memory. I guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all.
As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night. You did it, Nick. You weren't wrong after all. Thanks. Mr. Immus, you were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you? Ah, no way, no how. It's like this. Oh yeah, I was only there at the inner sanctum by accident. By accident. Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute, it's a homemade paraglider. A paraglider? You telling me you could fly using that patchwork mess of material? It may look like much, but it's as sturdy as can be. I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. Something happened that forced me to land in the inner sanctum. So you just happened to land there? You expect me to believe that? Now, please calm yourself, Mr. Wright. The fact remains the witness at the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed. It certainly warrants further explicitration. Therefore, let's continue with more testimony. That evening I was enjoying a trek through the night sky with my homemade paraglider. But just as Mount Pony Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident. Mr. Immus, you failed to mention any of this during your pre-trial questioning. Can't be helped, I'm just remembering it now. Continue such slipshod testimony, and you will be cast into the hell of hangnails, where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years. I think I'll pass on that. Looks like that court prosecutor sad Marty off guard. This is my chance to rip his case to shreds.
Hold it!
You are enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider. You didn't go to pray? And about karate like me, you can pray anywhere, even when flying through the sky. But I wouldn't recommend you try it. You're bound to end up dead. A paraglider? I didn't see anything like that. Because of the ritual curtain, blocked your view. Should have seen me majestically soaring through the mountains. Really? What do you think, Nick? Don't ask me. Ha! I was really enjoying that flight. At first, anyway.
Hold it!
Something terrible happened.
Exactly, and when I say terrible, I mean terrible.
What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pony Pony?
What was it again?
Wait, you don't remember?
I just say it was terrible.
Hold it!
What exactly was this accident you had?
A good question. What was it again? Wind? Oh yeah, it was the wind. Not just any wind, but a sudden gale force wind when we lose control.
The wind was strong enough to make you lose control?
You got that right.
Okay, then please adapt your testimony.
Objection!
We have a saying in my country, Mr. Immus. From one lie sprouts another.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal the first lie. In other words, this current testimony is a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks.
What did you just say?
You claim gale force winds caused you to lose control, but this newspaper is the weather report for the day of the murder. It says, the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today.
Polkunka!
Why, I do believe it does say that. From one lie sprouts another. Makes sense, but is that really a saying back home? I've never heard it. Yeah, I kind of made that one up. For real? I mean, there is a version that's real. I think it's something along the lines of lies beget more lies or something like that. Oh, excuse me. Your Majesty, the witness's testimony contains another flaw, one even more fatal to this case. More fatal, you say? The defence will explain himself at once. Mr. Immus claims he was flying up around the inner sanctum of his paraglider, but it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind. Yes, I believe you're right. We know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Immus, how did you get there and from where? Without any wind, you couldn't have flown from up there to the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense. Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Immus must have launched himself from here.
Take that!
Ah! Are you insane?
That's where he came from! If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum via parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest.
What?
Mr. Immus, were you the third party in the inner sanctum? And is the one behind the warning to help the Wright the victim received? Was it you we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira?
Oh, ah! Mr. Prosecutor, sir, help me out here.
You did it! You finally left him speechless!
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man.
Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. For a fate far worse than hangnail hell awaits for you now. Well done, defence. I must concede the point to you. The witness did in fact descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. He didn't even put up a fight this time. That's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. Oh, true identity? Not sure I quite know yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. It would seem I'm the only one still in the dark here. Will the defence care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? The witness's true identity is... Is this really him? Only now do you realise the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? Are you sure? Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. The scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison, the precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. The witness is Daz Arbel, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. What? The witness is an escaped prisoner? Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was under our noses the whole time.
Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise.
But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered. Is it, defence? Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defence's own words. He claimed the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, and what's your point? What of the witness's true identity? Oh no! He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, a mortal enemy of the rebels. No! Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this.
Ho-ha! You got me. I'm the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons. That's our ball.
When did you get your memory back?
Around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. You gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony on top of my head.
Are you prepared to tell us the truth now?
It's true I parachuted down the inner sanctum, but I banged my head on impact and ended up all unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie.
A big fat lie?
Oh, by the way, long time no see, UT.
Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. Yes, of course. Bailiff, seize her at once.
Seems you really have forgotten the word of the dragon, huh, UT? But I haven't, and no dogs of the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Alley up.
Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. The escaped prisoner escaped again. The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long.
An escaped prisoner who escaped the law after giving a ton of false testimony? Talk about a troublemaker.
He really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway? I can't help but feel that entire episode was an enormous waste of time. Your Majesty. Perhaps it was not as great as a waste as you may believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor Sidmardi? Dad Sarbal dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk? The rebel leader? But we only have a small corner of it. Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen this scrap of paper before. You have?
Take that!
And this is... I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Arbol dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Oh my! And just what does it say, Mr. Wright? I can't read Koreanese. Prosecutor Sidmardi, if you please. The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn the language. Very well then. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape. What? This is how he was to escape from prison? So if I to assume that Mr. Arbal was the one who had killed the High Priest,
Then maybe it was because Abbot Inmee tried to thwart his escape plan. Oh, foul lawyer, I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. Huh? But I didn't say anything. Did you read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now the rebels' escape plan has been revealed. It's clear that Datsar Bal was not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. Datsar Bal's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What do you mean? I'm speaking about Abbot Inmee, of course. Had Datsar Bal simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have no cause to suspect anything. It's therefore unthinkable that Datsar Bal was the High Priest's killer.
Ah. So then you're saying the High Priest was Oh, I cannot bear to say it.
I am afraid it is so. He's numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom.
How could this be?
The High Priest a rebel? There must be some kind of mistake. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth, it is the only way. And that goes double for you, Defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated Datsar Bal from our list of suspects, there's only one person that still remains. The accused, Maya Fair.
Hold it!
Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important?
Something important? Do explain, Defense.
We can't end this trial without looking into... What about the arrow that was fired into the priest's house? It was simply a means to deliver a warning letter to the victim. Oh, that's more or less the same conclusion we came to yesterday. I guess you're right.
Oh, then this should be just as right as well. Seems no need to continue this trial any longer.
No, your Majesty, there's still something important to be brought to light. What about the murder weapon? We haven't found it yet. What does it matter if it's been found or not? The fact remains the victim was killed with it by the accused.
I also fail to see how it would be important, Mr. Wright. This, however, is...
What? I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. Oh. If that wasn't Datsar Bal, then who was it? The matter's already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? Excuse me. It is as I've maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance vision.
Objection!
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her.
point.
サトライマオマンドもさましで足し抜けたれがせよそのか
Ah! It is time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. This hardly seems fair. It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there's nothing but the Warbad statue. Precisely. The Lady Kiri saw in the seance is the Warbad statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision. Before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip. But why did the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira? To show it to the victim as he was being slain. And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself. Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked like another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it a third party in disguise. Are you saying... I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. And how's that possible when Maya is an outsider who didn't know what a seance vision was? This can't be happening. What a face you are making, defense. I'm surprised you're taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back you were chasing naught but a deluded fantasy? You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out way back then? I was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? Do you understand now? I've had you dancing in the palm of my hand the entire time. It can't be. This is an outrage! You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit a most foul and despicable murder. No, I did nothing of the sort. Maya. Nick, it's not true. I didn't. Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty. The time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall. Indeed. It seems this trial is over.
Hold it!
Does the defense wish to offer you up another counter-argument or something? The accused is not the killer. And here's why. Now what do? I've got nothing. It would appear the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure that rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Submali's argument. Damn it, I can't lose now, not like this. Very well then, I shall now render my verdict. Wait, please wait, I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defence has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defence Culpability Act against the defence. Now then, the court finds the accused Maya Fey and the defence Phoenix Wright guilty. Ah! Your Majesty, forgive the interruption, but... What's the meaning of this? A body has been found in the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. What's this? A body? What's happened now? And we found this sticking out the victim. Aha, go fuck yourself, Sad Mardy. Why, that's Lady Kira's warband dagger! Lady Kira, she returned from the Twilight Realm once more. She's gone to defeat the rebels. Peace! Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I've one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sanmari. Yes? This dagger bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Oh, fuck off. What? But... Why would Maya's prints be on it? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmari? This trial has run its course and the accused guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defence was right about one thing. I was. You claimed the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Sadmari, are you suggesting what I think you are? I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused Miss Maya Fey. What? Me? What? I realise how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realise there was much pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago. The timing matches perfectly! But there's more. The warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Despite his house being locked up tight that night. How does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. No! If we assume the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes a motive for killing the High Priest. Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent bent on helping Datsarbal escape after all. Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of the case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. If Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. In light of this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed. As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict. It seems an offence will live to see one more day. Talk about hanging by a thread. Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you. I hereby suspend these proceedings so the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned.